The road to the Kentucky Derby 2020 starts in the Iroquois Stakes, Grade 3, underneath the Twin Spires at Churchill Downs, and it's a 10-horse field led by the rail horse, Zyramid, a victor at Saratoga. Two-length win for Steve Asmussen. He had quite a few winners this summer at Saratoga, and now let's see where he ships him around this fall to try to get him eligible for the 2020 Kentucky Derby. Remember, a lot of these horses, even though they broke their maiden early on, they may just be more precocious and win early types. So you got to look at it in terms of the handicapping as how likely are they to win the Iroquois Stakes and not the Kentucky Derby. So Zyramid, kind of mixed signals so far. He's had 3 races, lost by 6 lengths, lost by 12 lengths. In between, he had a 2-length win in a maiden special weight at Saratoga. His last race out was a fast race by Green Light Go, and he'll be one of the favorites in the Champagne Stakes. So I guess a quality loss last race out. He doesn't seem to need the lead, but the rail could be a tricky spot for him with other speed outside him in this position. Let Me Know comes for Ian Wilkes, and Ian Wilkes usually tries to give his horses a couple of races. This is one of the few horses of his that wins first time out, and Twirling Candy's a nice sire. He can get you a good horse. And, you know, Mizzenmast adds a little bit of turf and distance on the mare's side. Kind of, again, you know, both his races at Ellis Park, won his first time out, lost his second time out. I think he's going to be in the mix, and Kelvin Burrell stays on him after riding him the first 2 races. Scabbard, another one with a victory in his debut at Churchill Downs, a 5-length win, and he's got a loss in his Saratoga Special. He actually had a name change after his first race, so you may know this horse as Noose, winning his first time out at Churchill Downs. Rowdy Yates, Steve Asmussen trains, 2 wins. One of the few horses in here with 2 wins. And speed figure-wise, on the Brisnet scale, he's a little bit lower. Going to have to improve in this spot to try to pick up a top 3 placing. Automate, you know, his win at Ellis Park, won by 3. He's definitely a closer through his first 3 races. Now he's got to stretch out. I like the fact that he's ran on turf and dirt, and he had a nice win coming from behind on the dirt at Ellis Park. Definitely a contender and probably a longer shot is Automate. Flutemaker, a big 11-length win on a race scheduled for the turf, but it was rained off to the dirt. This Son of Sky Mesa picked up that 11-length victory. Quality purchase, just a $35,000 July Fasig-Tipton purchase, and he's already made $42,000 with the 11-length victory. Juggernaut, Keith DeSormo, another maiden winner at Ellis Park. He's going to stay right here at Churchill Downs. Golden Sense indicates a little bit more of a speedy pedigree and win early. We'll have to see if he can improve off that 84 debut Brisnet speed figure. And the big favorite, the horse everybody will be talking about and betting, Dennis Moment. He threw the rider in his first race after clipping heels, and then in his second lifetime race, he was sent out at 4-5, blew him away by 19 lengths, and it was a fast time. A 95 Brisnet speed figure, was fast early, was fast late, and 121-4 was the final clocking, even on a fast surface. That's still impressive. That was at the P Patch at Ellis Park. Now he's got to bring it under the Twin Spires. And the pedigree, nothing wrong here. He's by Tiz now. They tend to win later, and they tend to develop later. Got some speed on the mare side and some class on elusive quality. So this is a nice horse, and I'm not betting against it or picking against it. Dennis Moment just visually was impressive in that 19-length win. He looks apart. He's not facing a lot of quality speed in this race. I'm not sure he necessarily needs the lead, but I think he'll be forwardly placed. He sits outside the other speed, and Dennis Moment probably going to improve with another victory here if he can pick up a nice win in the Iroquois Stakes. I guess the big thing will be, will he train up to the Breeders' Cup, or will they wheel him back at Keeneland at the start of October to get ready for the Breeders' Cup? His last race was July 27th, so they're spacing out his races. Dennis Moment, the big favorite and one to watch in the Iroquois. Rounding out the field, we've got Lebda in the 9-hole. He'll winner at Delaware Park after racing at Laurel and Aqueduct. And then January 1, a New Year's Day horse out of a pulpit mare, and kind of an interesting pedigree. Another one for Kenny McPeak, won his last time out. Again, another buying Nice buy, $45,000 purchase has already earned $41,000. He gets Lasix this time, won without it on the first race, so he could probably improve off that 78 speed figure. So January 1, definitely one of my top 3 contenders along with Automate. But I'm going to go with Dennis Moment as my top selection in the Iroquois Stakes. Remember, we've got previews coming up of the Pocahontas this week and the Woodbine Mile. But don't forget to subscribe. As we get more subscribers, we get more race videos leading you up to the Breeders' Cup. Ring the bell to get notified of more race videos and an exciting Iroquois Stakes with the big favorite, Dennis Moment. Who do you like? Leave a comment below. Who do you like in the Iroquois Stakes as we continue with racing under the Twin Spires?